Good morning. Welcome to Mighty Ox Trading Black Friday Trading Edition. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, and hope we're ready for some trading this morning and see what kind of action we have. It's a short day here on the markets as markets close at 1:15 Eastern Time. I need to change a quick setting here. Hold on one second. Okay. And there we go. Okay. Let's take a look at what the markets have done overnight. By the way, Black Friday sales have started at Earn a Trade, 50% off all evaluations, and that price is locked in for as long as the subscription is active. So if you feel you're ready to do an evaluation, this might be the time to give it a try. Basically, that means if you start an evaluation now and it's the 50K, I believe the 50K is, I don't even remember. Dude, that's a good question. Not really a question, but you get what I mean. Let me look. Okay, the 50K is normally 170. Means it'll be 85 and be 85 each month until you pass or decide to cancel the subscription. So it's a great deal right there. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Anyway, so let's look at the markets overnight. It had a major sell-off since the open. We opened up right around 16,413, and we dropped all the way down to 16,121. So it was a 300-point drop on the Nasdaq. It's rebounded here by about 100 points, but that was a pretty huge drop. The S&P did similar. You can see I haven't even marked off everything yet this morning. Went from 47.08 down to 45.97. Wow, that's a 100-point drop on the S&P. That's huge. That's $5,000. I kind of wish I'd just been trading. I really didn't look at it. I actually took most of the day off yesterday on everything. MTurk, trading, it's kind of actually relaxed a little bit. Copper overnight, or since open, it's come down pretty harsh, looks like. Yeah, wow, everything was sold off. Guess it's a Black Friday sale in the markets too. Everything's reduced. Went from 4.5 down to 4.29. That's 400 ticks. I mean, that's $5,000 as well. Wow. Okay, so I need to make a note that next year I trade overnight Thanksgiving and the Black Friday. This would have been great. Let's check out gold. Let's check out UltraBond since it's giving me a signal real quick. It seems to be also heading downward. Let's look at it real quick here on the 5. Yeah. Seems to be heading downward. I have no reason not to take that. So I'll start the day off here with a trade, maybe. UltraBond, UltraBond. I had the chart and I lost it. There it is. I missed it. I didn't get in. I was hesitating and I wasn't ready. So that's probably going to bite me in the butt. We'll see. We'll continue going through the markets here. So gold's been rising overnight. No Black Friday discounts on gold. Looks like a 30-point rise. That's $3,000. Yeah, there's a lot of money we made overnight. Wow. Interesting. UltraBond. Yeah, I hesitated on the UltraBond trade and I'm gonna regret it. This was also rising overnight and over a 4-point range. That's $4,000. Wow. Crude oil. It's been coming down and coming down big time. Wow. Holy Hannah. 6-point drop on crude oil. $6,000 a contract. Holy wow. Okay. Yep. Definitely need to be trading next Black Friday. Maybe we'll do an overnight stream next year. Take a nap in the evening and trade overnight. Natural gas. About a 2.5-point range up overnight. And copper gave us a signal. Copper's been heading up here the last little bit. Let's see. Let's mark off this UB trade to see if I screwed up on it or not by not grabbing it when I had a chance. There. Okay, well, it's only gone 3 ticks so far. Well, it's still heading down. So that's where we stand right now. So let's, out of curiosity, let's chart out this NASDAQ overnight. On the 1-minute chart, doesn't look as fun as what the 5-minute chart looked like. I don't even know what this line is here, so let's get rid of it. Prior support and resistance, that obviously didn't work. I did chart a little bit last night on this way down here, which So this had, this downtrend all night. Did have this big pullback here. I want to call it a pullback. Uh, Obviously, this would have worked, but I wouldn't have taken this here. Wouldn't have taken that there. Would have taken this here, though. Let's see if that would have worked. Yeah, it would have. Yeah, this is an interesting one right here. It's below the SMA line. The SMA line was still uptrending. And what you expected, it did exactly what you normally expected it to when it's doing this, because you've been uptrending Bollinger Band, come back up after, a bit and then come down. And it did it twice. I don't, I have a feeling this would have stopped out. Yep, it would have. So if I had taken that, it would have stopped out. You wanted to wait for it to come around the bend first. Even if it came around the bend first, if you got in here, you'll be safe. But and this would have been hard to trade right around here. So I think this one would have been bad too. Yeah, that would have stopped out just by a hair. But and you have this again. This did not look this choppy on the 5-minute chart. This would not have. This would have went enough to trigger my trailing stop to above break even. So even though we were downtrending most of the night, this would not have been. I mean, well, I guess the major downtrend started at closer to the European Open. This was actually kind of choppy in the evening. You see, it gave us some wins and losses. And here's where the bottom started really dropping out. Tried to rebound here, failed. Then again, let's check what copper's doing. Buy signal on copper. Trying to continue its move up. We'll grab that. Take a good chance on it. Gold also giving us a signal. There's our copper chart. Got 20 seconds on that window. Always on top. Yeah, okay. Check gold as well. Gold's giving us a buy signal as well. I like the copper signal more. Okay, we're in on this. Trying to get filled. We're filled. Pulls back by 2 ticks, right back up. Hopefully we can build off our momentum from Wednesday. Wednesday we finished the day up $408. Ooh, big pullback by 50. There's something wrong. Copper chart is not matched up to my price on my. Crap. Okay. So it looks like. Uh, yeah, this is an issue. It looks like Ninja Trader rolled copper to the next contract, and we did not roll on uh, TradingView. So I just entered a trade on some bad data here. And I'm going to need to work that out here. Let me see here. HG futures, copper futures, it's HG. Um, March. There. Okay, I mean, it doesn't look as too much different, but it did not give us that fresh buy signal. Let me go to. Hmm. So I entered a trade and it was on a bad, not a bad signal, but not as good of a signal as I had hoped, or I thought I should say. And now we're down 6 ticks. Trying to figure out if I should get out now. Looking at this is a tightening of bands. Not a lot of room to roam there. Continue to watch it. I gotta see if there's anything else that's off. Russell. UV. UB rolled as well. Look at all of these and see whether or not we're on the same wavelength. 197.04. 197.19. Oh boy. Okay, so my charts are off. This is gonna cause me issues. So we are back to break even on copper. 5 minutes away from the 8 o'clock hour. Not sure how much volume we're doing today versus a normal day. I'll check that out. I also need to figure out how much difference all my charts are. It's kind of okay. Crude is at January. Nasdaq still normal, 12. Gold, 12. Natural gas really don't matter. That's 1. ES is still where did ES chart go? ES is still 12. Okay. So I think the only thing that affected was copper and the UltraBond. Gold with a short signal. Copper now up 2 ticks. It's a nice little, ooh, copper now up 8 ticks. It's a nice little move up, although we're going into the Bollinger Bands. Continuing move up. Up 12 ticks. So we're up 10 ticks right now. Kind of hesitating. I might pull this before the top of the hour. Part of me wants to pull it now. But we're going to hang in. See if it continues to push up here. Ticks, 13. Stop loss just moved to break even as we're up 16 ticks, 15. Right. Pulling back a bit here. Closing it there. Closing it at 100. $100 in profit. Pulled back by half. Touched the third band. I might have been premature. We'll see. But ooh, see there, big pullback. So first trade of the day resulted in, I believe, a $100 gain. Yes, I actually did one trade last night. I did $20 on a $20 loss on MNQ. So we're up $80 now today. And you can see that copper trade, even with bad info. Yeah, it was $100 and it took 10 minutes and 45 seconds. So good start to the day. Now I need to figure out. Ooh, man, yep, I got out at just the right time. Wow, I would have stopped me out for break even. Whole bunch of signals coming in here now. alert. I need to change these alerts too. It's great. And UltraBond. Let's just check. I mean, I admit I'm confused right now. This last candle did 129 in volume. Let's check UB. Uh, it it jumped to March. And how much volume is that doing? 162. They're both doing still about the same amount of volume. This is the one we need to look at because that's what's on NinjaTrader. There's one confusing part about um, futures versus stocks is this whole the contracts roll at a certain point. Some roll monthly, some roll quarterly, and you got to remember to roll them in your platforms so you're trading the highest volume contract. Now, if you're on your own brokerage account, you also got to remember to roll them so you don't end up taking delivery of like 20,000 bushels of corn. So we got this now. Well, I believe that's the only thing that's rolled. I'll need to keep an eye on that so that doesn't catch me flat-footed again. But it worked out. We got $100 off of copper. Now, it did give us a short signal when it went down that quick, which I, of course, didn't take. My mind wasn't processing that fast enough, honestly. And, I mean, it would be 11 ticks in the profit from that short signal. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. See what everything else is doing. I was charting out the NASDAQ when that so rudely interrupted me to tell me to take a trade. Continue here. Would have taken that. Would have taken that. And I think that would have been bad. Anybody awake out there yet this morning? Anyone still suffering from a food coma? Wake up. Huh. My Facebook post didn't post. That's weird. Give me 1 second here. Russell. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, fix that. Yay. Glad I checked that. Okay, signal again on copper. Oh, copper came down, bounced off the bands, and it's coming back up. See if we can finish doing this choppy NASDAQ overnight. Oh, wait, I already did that one. Okay. You see, it actually would have been very hard to trade. It would have kept stopping me out. What was that? I just knocked down? ES. Well, what's the ES doing? We'll come back to charting. I mean, this should have been a good night, but it looks horrible. ES is trying to come back up. We'll see if the NASDAQ's doing the same. Yeah, NASDAQ is approaching its SMA line here. Downtrending SMA line. Downtrending ATR. ES, though, has popped up and is already up a point since this buy signal that I didn't grab. There's this buy signal in the NQ that I was expecting. It's kind of fluctuating here. Not real solid on this because it's a downtrending SMA line. By the magic of the internet. Here's our NQ chart. We're going to go in on 1 micro here. It's pulling back. Hold on. Maybe we won't. We'll see. We got signal here coming on crude. And copper again. Okay, we're in on 1 on the 1 contract, 1 micro contract. So the most we'll give back is 20 bucks if I'm wrong here. Let's just check what crude's doing. Crude trying to get above this downtrending SMA line. Oops, my NASDAQ chart went bye-bye. Where did my NASDAQ chart go? I hate this. There it is. So we are pulling back here. We're going to probably give back here. Copper. See, copper's giving us a buy signal again. Always on top. Well, I grab a copper. We'll make this a little bit smaller. Check out what copper's doing. Copper's strong signal here. Upward trending band. I mean, everything's kind of sideways here. Let's check the 5-minute. 5-minute, you can see it's seems like it wants to continue going. Oh, big pullback here on the next 1-minute candle. So glad I didn't grab that. Meanwhile, the NQ's continuing to try and come up. Now it's coming back down. I never did check what Crude was doing earlier. Crude gave us this buy signal. That wouldn't have not have worked. As it's trying to come back up, or, well, I shouldn't say it would not have worked. It's kind of sideways right now. Nasdaq's trying to establish itself above the SMA line. It's still below in the 5. And it's about, we're down about 6 points since we entered. Just trying to head toward our stop loss. There we go. Now we're in profit. Again, this will not be a huge winner if it's a winner. I did go in with a micro and only one micro. I was not confident about where it was because we had a downtrending SMA line. Gold. So there's a signal here. Buy signal. That actually looks pretty good, although we do have a slightly downtrending Bollinger Band here. We are deep below the SMA line here on the 5-minute. We'll keep an eye on that, see what it does. This is one of those that I feel like it might actually continue to go up, but a downtrending line has me a little suspicious. Nope. Nasdaq's trying to dump here. Red candle down. It's kind of sideways. It's still above the SMA line. Kappa. Copper. Big move down here. So it came down. Tried to come back. Now coming back down. So we have a slight uptrending SMA line here on the 5-minute. So we'll see if it can break that. It's about 5 ticks away from that. And we're about to stop out on NASDAQ. Let's see if it does it. Okay, there we go. We stopped out on the NASDAQ. Another $20 loss. So now we're up $60 on the day. Gold. So that would have been a good signal at this point. Let's see. Although, I mean, it's gone. Probably should be looking for huge profit targets today, actually. It's gone 4 ticks. Let's see what kind of volume we're dealing with here. Let's look on the 1-minute chart. The top of the hour volume today, 1.741K. Let's go back in time. Bonds give me a signal there to Tuesday. Okay, bonds, I'll be there in a minute. Relax. That was this candle here. 968. Wow. So wait, we actually did more volume today than we did on Monday or Tuesday. So that's interesting. So I thought volume would be down today, but maybe it's not. Okay, bonds, what are you trying to tell me? Big buy signal, but oof. That's a really deep downward trending SMA line. So NQ. NQ and ES are trying to come back down now, sending short signals. So UB did keep that buy signal here, and it's pulled back from the next opening candle. I don't know. It looks like it has some momentum to go. I don't like taking a trade that has this strong downtrending SMA line. So that's why I did not take that. Following my trading plan, or trying to. But we'll mark it off. And Q. KO is flirting with trying to give us a short signal there. Gold, that signal would be doing well. So this short signal in copper would have worked. Actually, this one back here would have worked. It would have had this pullback and then came back down. This one's also going to be close. This was exactly, it was actually a classic move that I just didn't take. We got the short signal. We're still at slightly uptrending bands. The SMA line was slightly uptrending. Pull back just like I predict, and then started coming back down. And it even gave us the opposite signal that I didn't take, which frustrates me, but that's life. Yeah, you want to do that, but nah. So now we're just watching and waiting for the next available opportunity. ES. Trying to give us a buy signal here. You can see it's curling up here. It's hugging the SMA line on the way up on the 5 minute. And it's giving us this on and off go signal here. You can see though, if I grab this line here, this is where it got to the last time and didn't get any further. It's done that kind of twice. Up, pull back down. Still trying. Seems like it wants to. I want to see it break this resistance. I mean, it's a short level. It's not a hard resistance. Although we do have where it came down, tried to reverse here, and this is where it exhausted at 28.25. Oops, the rejection here. Now, a little frustrated with myself. That last losing trade on the Nasdaq, we started that trade after 8 a.m. Eastern, and that's when I normally go to a wider stop and a wider profit target. And so I would not have gotten stopped out if I would be using those parameters. Now, will it still go to my what would have been my profit target? I don't know. But right now it would be up 10 points. Now you see here we did get this buy signal here, but I said I wanted to see it break that resistance, and it did not. It immediately started pulling back. So that would have been a bad signal. So far, the last two signals have been bad signals. And you got to be careful when things are starting to go into a range versus trending. Let's see what the UltraBond's doing. UltraBond's pulling back. It would have given us a 7 ticks off this signal. Now it's trying again to come back down. Bounced off the SMA line. So if anyone's looking to start a funding evaluation, obviously it's Black Friday, and Earn to Trade did announce their Black Friday sales. It's 50% off all evaluations from now through Tuesday for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. The link is down below in the notes for the video, or the stream, I should say. And that's a lifetime. That's a lifetime discount for as long as you have the subscription. So even if you don't finish in the first month, your second month, or however many months it takes, is all 50% off. So if you feel like you're ready to start an evaluation, or this is something that's interesting to you, you can hit the link below and give it a go. Or you can ask me if you feel, if you want an opinion of whether you're ready. I'll be happy to give my opinion. Quiet Friday here so far here on the stream. No one talking. Russell sending us a signal. Not sure what signal. Well, it looks like it was trying to come back down. Russell's been kind of choppy. Oh, you know what? I didn't check. Did I check the Russell's range overnight? No, I did not check the Russell's range overnight. Russell also sold off. Oh my God. Holy wow. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen the Russell move that much in one day. Holy wow. 131 points? Am I looking at the Russell? Yeah, I am looking at the Russell. That's a huge move for the Russell. Yeah, look at that candle. We haven't seen a candle like that on the Russell, and it's way back here. Back in June. That's amazing. The Dow is falling. The Dow is falling. It's Christmas Eve. Oh, sorry. Okay, there's no one here to actually listen to me. Crude. Kind of choppy. Oh, natural gas is continuing to go up. Made a new daily high a little bit ago. Now about over a little over a 3-point range today. Alright, it's not really point, but 300 tick range. Ooh, gold's really dumping. I missed that signal. Not sure what I was doing there. That would have been good. Easily would have got our 3.5. Copper also continuing to kind of go down. UltraBond pulled back, now broken the SMA line. Still has strong trend, uptrending Bollinger Bands. NQ sent us a signal here, coming down. I don't know. Seems more rangy than anything right now. See, it kind of bounced here. Nothing's giving us much follow through right now, except for gold. Gold would have given us a nice win there. See, this is strongly downtrending. This buy signal here is just this pullback here on the larger trend down. Copper. Copper, the buy signal here. Big candle up 12 ticks. Hitting the Bollinger Band. So that gives me pause. Gold also gave us a buy, but it's below the SMA line. So have to see copper pull back off of its signal. In fact, its signal went away. I didn't even realize that. So that signal, not a signal any after all. Welcome to the people that are joining me. I see my numbers are going up a bit. Please feel free to say hello in the chat. Let me know how your Thanksgiving went. If you're trading this morning, let me know. So far this morning, I've done one winning trade on copper for $100. One losing trade on MNQ for $20. Did a losing trade last night on MNQ as well for $20. So we're up $60 so far on the day. See here on gold, this buy signal. I had these downtrending SMA lines, so I did not take it. We can mark it off to see if that was a mistake, but that's just my trading plan, not to take against the trend. Eventually the trend does end. So there's going to be signals you don't take that win. You see how strong this downtrend is, and this last one, last move upward failed. So we'll see whether or not, this one, because you can see here this last buy signal failed. It would not have given us the 3.5 I'm looking for. Waiting for someone to chat because I think I set up Restream now that it will send the messages that people send in Twitch over to YouTube and messages that people send in YouTube over to Twitch. So y'all don't have to wonder if I'm talking to myself. But I haven't been able to test that yet because no one's talking. So you're keeping me in suspense. UltraBond. So you see we're trending downward here on the UltraBond. Now, this is again exactly what I'm talking about. When I point out when we get a signal on an opposite signal on a, let me rephrase that. You get a short signal but an uptrending band, or a buy signal on a downtrending band. Usually you're going to see at least pull back once, and then once it breaks again might be a good place to get in. In this case it would not have been. But now you see our band, I'm sorry, not our band, our SMA line just slightly trending downward. If you tilt your head a bit, you can see that it's slightly trending downward. So, an entry here might have been good. Right now, that entry would have been bad. But we'll see if it stops us out. But usually you do not want to enter against an uptrending SMA line. Sometimes it works, but more often than not it doesn't. We're just kind of rangy right now on the NASDAQ and the ES. You can see it's kind of staying in this range. Natural gas, also kind of rangy. You got rangy mutt. Crude seems to be continuing to try and trend upwards. You can see it's been sending us good buy signals, jum, 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 pullbacks along the way. Very chilly morning here. Actually, gonna wrap myself up in a sheet because this house is very, very, very drafty, and I got some air coming in through the window. Can't wait to make enough money to get out of here. Copper here, this buy signal. Would have went 14 ticks before pulling back, which would not have been enough to actually trigger my trailing stop. And there's the reverse signal. Copper coming back down. Gold's kind of leveling out. There isn't a lot of movement today on this Black Friday. NASDAQ pulling back. 5 points on this candle. The Russell. Oh, step's still on the daily chart there. That's why it looked weird. The Russell's kind of grinding upwards too. Kind of like trying to make higher highs as it goes up. UltraBonds. Ooh, a buy on the bonds. Bond buy. Buy bonds. Sorry, I don't know. I'm just mumbling at this point. See if that follows through there. It went away. It's in a downtrending Bollinger Band, so that kind of gives me pause. Good morning, John. How are you doing today? How is your Thanksgiving? Russell and the Ultra Bond. Excellent. And by the way, John, thank you. You're the first chatter. I've set up now my restream that it will send chat messages from YouTube over to Twitch and Twitch over to YouTube. So that means everyone can now know what I'm chatting about with everybody. So I'm glad that worked. Uh, oh, Thanksgiving hockey games, huh? How did the games went well? I hope. And yeah, I relaxed most of the day yesterday. Ate, watched the parade. Not in that order. Watched the parade, then ate. I didn't even really look at trading at all. I didn't do much of anything. Just I actually took a day to relax. Overnight was wild. I kind of wish I would have traded overnight. Everything sold off. Yeah, gold was crazy. But I mean, the indices were crazy too. Nasdaq dropped from the open yesterday afternoon to its lowest point. It dropped almost 300 points. And I've never seen the Russell drop like it did. The Russell dropped 131 points, which is a huge move for the Russell. I didn't even look at what Dow did. What did the Dow do? Dow opened at 35,810, dropped all the way down to 34,835. Wait, 34,835, 35. Holy crap! The Dow dropped almost 1,000 points. So yeah, I might need to make a note of this and like trade overnight next Black Friday. No, I'm not a. You know, the only football game I really watch each year is the Super Bowl. I mean, I follow it on like just follow the scores, but I don't know. I used to watch football more, but I started losing interest in football as all this stuff was starting to come out about concussions and CTE and hearing how so many football stars end up with broken bodies after their careers are over and all this other stuff. Just it almost I feel bad watching it at times. It's just like I mean I know that they're making good money or a lot of them are, but it just seems like I don't know. I see a big hit and I really cringe now. It used to be before you've really thought about it, you'd see the big hit and you'll be like, wow, whatnot. But it's gotten hard for me to watch. Even like high school football. I have a friend. He was playing high school football and he loved it, and he doesn't regret any of it. But his senior year, just a few years back, I watched him grow up. So he's like 21 now. But it's like his senior year of football, he hurt his shoulder really bad, and insurance wouldn't cover his surgery he needed. And so he was 19 and having to declare bankruptcy because he have a shoulder injury that even after the surgery still isn't right. It's just so I don't know. It's hard to reconcile the injuries that go with the game. Yeah, there lots of correction in the market overnight. I was kidding that on the earn trade Discord that while the Americans were in the food coma, the rest of the world decided to sell off. Crude continues this weird little movement here, zigzagging up down, up, down, up, down, and it's each time it's a little bit lower. But I mean, even crude was wild too. Crude came down 6 points overnight. It's rebounded by about a point and a half. UltraBond slowly trying to go up. HG gold. I mean, I'm sorry. Oh, copper. I mean, copper. The 10-tick candle up here. Didn't look at agriculture. Wow, look at that candle over now. Oh wait, that was it. Okay, never mind. That was yesterday. Wow, so people were in a buying mood on Thanksgiving for. No, that was 2 days ago. Apparently, agriculture didn't trade yesterday. Apparently, agriculture is still closed. So how about that? I didn't even realize that. Agriculture apparently closed Wednesday afternoon and didn't reopen. Won't reopen until Monday, I guess. Interesting. I didn't even look at the chart till now. So how about that? Looks like Nasdaq's trying to trend down here. UltraBond, gold. Oh, so this was a pretty good pullback here. I mean, a pretty good move back up here on gold. It would have worked. Now, what I should have done is I should have waited till it broke the SMA and then got in. See, it kind of came back here a little bit and then decided to continue going. But I did not break my trading plan by getting in before on the signal here below the downtrending SMA. We're about 35 minutes from the opening bell. Remember that today is a shortened trading day. Markets close at 1:15 Eastern, which I think is interesting. I'm not, it's weird. It's the market hours for futures. You open up Thanksgiving afternoon. I realize that's more for the international, but still, and you close in the afternoon after all the Black Friday sales are sold out. I haven't checked what Tesla's doing lately. Ah, that's an interesting candle. Wow. So pre-market on Tesla. Holy crap. It dropped $45 in the first minute at pre-market. So there's part of the reason the indices came down so hard. Opened at 1089, jumped to 1095, dropped down to 1070. Well, 1072, but I mean, even the open, I mean, it closed at 1117 on Wednesday. So that's a huge drop. See, the indices are trying to trend downward again now. Definitely closer to the low of the day than the high. We're about 70 points above the low, which occurred a little over 4 hours ago. Though right now everything's kind of rangy. Definitely not seeing the normal amount of signals I would be getting at this time of day. We are coming up on the 9 o'clock hour. Probably see a little boost here on the energies, which usually happens right at 9. You long or short on ES? I think that short is going to be direction of the day, but I try not to think that way one way or the other because that's when I get myself in trouble. But so far, I think you're good short there. What's your entry at? Copper. Like copper's trying to head downward still. 46.22. Oh, looks like it's going in your direction now there, John. Gold with a short signal here, bouncing off its SMA on the 5. I think it wants to keep going down. Let's take a chance on it. Oh, well, signal went away, so let's not take a chance on it. Keep watching that. Not a real big move here. Well, maybe. Energy's not moving much either. Copper. Gold bounced, so we'll get rid of the gold chart. Copper. Uh, Big move up here on copper, but in the downtrending Bollinger Bands. tighter squeeze on the 5 minute. ES. Ooh, ES popping up there, John. And Q actually sent me a buy signal, but into the bands, pulls back. Oh, I might need to turn off one of the night bots. See if that's spamming the chat. It is. No, it's not. Okay. Excellent. Good. Good, 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 good. Natty gas. Natural gas just made a new high of the day as it continues to climb. Crude still sideways. Made a new high of the day and then rejected off with a 36 tick candle down. ES continues sideways. We're not seeing much at all here. Seeing this 17 tick candle of copper here, it sent us this buy signal, but into downtrending bands and immediately started coming back. Now it's staying above the SMA line. So here we're going to watch this. What we're going to do, we're going to draw out a ray, which is a fancy name for a line. I don't know why they call it a ray. It's just a line. But anyway, right here. And we're going to put an alert on it. We're going to try to add an alert on it. There. Yeah, add alert on the ray. Where once it, can we get it where it touches? Crossing up, crossing down, less than, moving up, moving down, crossing is fine. Once per bar. So it's going to let me know if it comes down here and then comes back and hits this. If it gets back above this line here, we'll jump in that trade. As you can see, our bands are starting to uptrend. It's staying up for now. It's staying above the SMA line, so it's all pointing to bullish, but still 4 or 5 ticks below the high. This high where it bounced back. Now the other thing we got to look at though, we do have resistance areas here. We'll draw out another line. You can see it hit here, and then it came up here and failed. It failed there. Each time it tries to come up, I mean, it came up nice uptrend here, and this is where it topped out here. So we have multiple resistance areas as it's coming up. All these white lines. 432.85, 433.60, 434.15. So that's all areas we'll have to watch. If it hits, but it gives us enough room to let it roam if it gets through this first one. Big move up here on the bonds. Something woke them up. That's a 10 tick move. Gold's continuing to kind of grind up. Copper sideways. Oh, so we're moving up here on the indices. John, you still in that trade? Good scalp though there, John. Good scalp. I wish I hadn't missed this ES entry or this NQ entry. Not sure exactly how I missed that NQ entry. Remind me, John, are you sim trading? Oh, so Crude decided to dump down. But the last short signal would have stopped me out. So again, I could have drew a line, got back in through right here, and that would have been an excellent trade. About 20 minutes, 21 minutes to the New York Open. See how muted it is. Let's look last year. And last year probably, I mean, it wasn't a normal year, so we can look back a couple of years here. So kind of activity. Wow, it's a big red candle there today. 75 points on the ES. So let's see. Let's turn back time in November. Black Friday was here. I guess I should actually open the volume profile. Last Black Friday was hardly anything happened. Yeah, I mean, 639,000 contracts traded. ES went up 9 points that day. Let's go back one more year. Right, check those signals here in a minute. 22, 25, 26, 27, 29. Black Friday was there. ES lost 10 points and 902,000 contracts, which looks like was slightly lesser volume than normal at that time. So far today, we have 652. So we already passed last year's Black Friday in volume on the ES. So it'll be interesting to see. And back to the 1 minute chart. Ooh, big move up here on the ES. Wow. So while I'm there talking, and Nasdaq. Wow, that Nasdaq would give me the 30 points if I had entered on that. Oh, that's frustrating. So all of a sudden, it's come to life here with about 20 minutes before the bell. Copper, still sideways. Copper. Oh, so copper touched this line that I drew here, and then reversed off of it again. So we'll see if it touches again. You gonna get in on one of those Black Fridays, on the Black Friday sales there, John? A reminder for anyone that might be interested in starting an evaluation. Right now through Tuesday, Earn a Trade is doing 50% off all accounts, and that's for the lifetime of the subscription. So it's 50% off each month until you either cancel or until you pass. Sale runs from now until the end of Tuesday. John, yes, I would. If you go through my link, I get 20% of the sale. I thank you very much, John. I really appreciate that. My link is down in the notes down below, so I really do appreciate that. Copper's continuing to go sideways. Stopped out there. Sideways. Pulling back again to the SMA. Everything's kind of horizontal now. The bands, the SMA line, the EMA line, everything. Gold, kind of sideways too. Uh, ES pulled back after hitting a high. NASDAQ pulled back, but not as dramatically. And now copper's trying to come back down. Up. Now we're seeing head back up again. That's a good idea, John. What I would also advise though to just take one quick micro trade a day. Um, you know, get in, get out. You know, if you're not looking to trade on the regular account, but that way it counts towards your if you hit your profit goal in under 15 days, at least then you have those days counted as a trading day. And of course, if I don't know if you use Discord or not, but if you use Discord, definitely come in and check out the Earn a Trade Discord. There's a lot of good people there, a lot of good answers. And oh man, I didn't get any information for you for Ninja Trader. I just remembered again. I will definitely have it for you over the weekend. I forgot again. Okay, that's great. I mean, that's that's a very good way to look at it. I applaud you on that. Some people are looking to get it done as quickly as possible so they don't have to pay for the second month, the second month or whatnot. And I think that puts undue pressure on a lot of people, and they end up making mistakes that they shouldn't have made by trying to go bigger than they should, or whatever that does to them psychologically. So yeah, being in it for the long haul is good. I just There's an interesting pattern here on the bonds. This huge 10 tick candle up, and then it gave it almost all back. Actually, it did give it all back on this wick here, and now bounced back up, back to where it was. Looks like it might want to double top. And if it double tops, then you might see it flush down. Yeah, I don't, you know, there's no rush. I mean, yeah, obviously, you spend more money, a little bit more money, if you got to do it a couple of months, whatnot. But it's better than spending money on resets, in my opinion. Go slow. Don't put any time limit on yourself, and you'll do better, in my opinion. So I really, like one of Ernitrade's competitors, Lilu, they have an account, and everyone keeps jumping on these. You know, it's a maximum of 10 days. You got to reach the profit target in 10 days. If not, there's no next month on it. It's 10 days and you're done. If you don't reach the profit target, you're done. And it's just like they keep reducing that to like, people jumping in for $50 or whatnot. But I bet you 95, 99% of those fail. Gold dumping down here. Let's see. It's a pretty big move down there. Gold chart. We see it bounced here for a quick second. Let's sell in the market. Gold high volatility. We're in on gold. See how we do. Not sure why I did that because normally I don't trade right before the open. But hey, which means I might jump back out of this if I can get a few ticks out of it. So hopefully I didn't jump into something I shouldn't have here. Got a little excited. Yeah, I'm down 3 ticks, 4 ticks, 5 ticks, 6 ticks, uh-oh. 7 ticks, 8 ticks, 9 ticks. Copper. What's copper doing? Copper's sending me a buy signal, which I have a feeling would have been better than this short signal on gold. Yeah, now we're down 11 ticks. gonna close this out. So now we're down on the day by 80 bucks. That was a bad trade to take at this time of day. And once it broke the Bollinger Band on the next candle, I should have also known to get out. So small setback there. UltraBond giving us a signal. Ooh, UltraBond big move down here. So it did exactly what I said. Came up, down, double topped, and then flushed down. Actually triple topped. This would have been an excellent candle to get in on. It will be down 8. It will be in profit by 8 ticks. I got to rebound mentally from that gold trade only because I'm not upset that I took a loss. I'm upset that I shouldn't have taken the trade, or I should have caught that band break and got out for less. We see it might actually be continuing to try and crawl back down, which would frustrate even more that if I didn't stay in the trade. But so just bad trade management there on that gold trade, and I got to rebound. Probably will not take any trades here before the open. I have no idea how the open's gonna react today, with the being Black Friday, being shorter market hours, etc., etc. Okay, John, I hope that's not too serious there. I'm gonna mute here for a couple minutes as we head into the open, so I can eat a little bit of breakfast. UltraBond bouncing right back up. This is a really kind of weird pattern we're seeing here. One minute till the open. NQ sends us a buy signal right here, right before the open. Now I'm not taking that, but it'd be interesting to see what happens. We're seeing signs that it wants to go bullish. ES also coming up. You see it exhausted earlier in that move up here at 46.29, and it's at 46.28 right now. Pulling back on the NASDAQ signal on away. There's the bell. Flushing down to start off here. Down 13 points on the NASDAQ, 2 points on the S&P. Up there's green on NASDAQ. Up, went away. Tesla. Ooh, so Tesla blew up at the open. Up $2. I guess that's not really blowing up. Okay, now $4 or $5. That's usually bullish for the indices. Yep, we're seeing some green now. There we go. Heading upwards. Although we're well into the Bollinger Bands here in the 1 minute. Not a lot of strong momentum yet here. Kind of pulsating. Now we're seeing some momentum. We're up 37 points since the open on the NASDAQ. 7 points on the ES. So I was right, bullish was the direction so far. That can change quickly though. See both are slightly pulling back here. So last 1 minute candle was a 20-point pullback on the Nasdaq. Let's check what the others are doing. Copper doesn't care. Gold continues to move downward. And guess what, folks? That loss I took on gold, I wouldn't have needed to take. My stop loss would have been at 2.5, and you see it never hit it. I actually got out right as it came back down. I wouldn't have been a profit target yet, but I would be well going toward it. So I did not follow my trading plan there, and it cost me. When will I learn? UltraBonds came back up off of that big candle, and it's trying to grind back up. Crude, slight downward movement. Natural gas made another new daily high. Crude's actually heading toward its daily low. And the Nasdaq continues to try and head up. So since the open, we're still on the opening candle, 5 minute candle. It's up 27 points. $34 now. Heading back. Okay, now we're seeing major momentum upwards. Or we were. So I said that. Nasdaq blew through the 200 period EMA here. But the S&P seems to be struggling at it right over here. Since the open, we're up 52 points on the Nasdaq. I should have went on that signal. What did I knock down? UltraBond again. UltraBond can't decide what it wants to do. It's stuck in this range really since about back here. Up, down, not really getting momentum either way. Gold would have went to my profit target if I had held that trade. That's why you should follow your trading plan. Don't be afraid of losses. I jumped out too quickly, and instead of having a $350 win, I have a $90 loss. Okay, big pullback here now on the NQ. This is a 25 point candle here. Down. $35 points down now on the Nasdaq, and it's giving us a short signal. So you can see here the 5 minute candle, the first 5 minute candle at the open went up 45 points, and now it's giving back 40 of that. Now it's trying to come back up. You see the wick, so there's some indecisiveness here. Gold. Buyers coming in here on gold. 2.5 point candle upward, although immediately reversing on the next candle. So everything's kind of bipolar today. Copper finally broke down. Been a nice signal to jump in on the 5 minute. I don't really follow the 5 minute. Let's see if I jumped in on this, see if it would have stopped me out. It would have. So this would have been again, the entry could have been to wait till it re-broke down. That would have worked. I need to do that more. I need to start drawing out lines. So the entry would have been here. I could have gotten in on this candle at 431.75. Will be down more than 20 ticks, which would have been would have been my profit target. Gold. So gold came back up and then immediately dumped back down by 5.5 points. Wow. So we're seeing some interesting up and down moves here. Immediately on the next candle, it's come back over 2 points. This is where you can get whipsawed out quickly if you're trading, trying to catch these moves for more than a scalp. We see the NASDAQ continuing to try and come down here now. It's now below where the open. The New York bell rang and it opened at 16,251. We're down to 16,218. So it came up 51 to 307. So it came up 56 points and now dropped down 80 points from that high. Kind of wild morning here. ES hasn't been as dramatic. Opened at 46.28, went as high as 46.43. That's more than I thought. So 15 points. It's pulled back 43 all the way down to 23. So that's a 1,000 point move right there. So I thought it wasn't as dramatic, but it was. The Russell not as much. Set well. 7 points off the open. 12 points total is pulled back by almost 10. So everything is kind of heading downward now. I'm hesitant to jump into anything at this point. You see gold again came down and now bounced. So right now we're just seeing whipsawing around. UltraBond seems like now it's decided it wants to go up finally. Morning, Jay. How are you? So UltraBond heading up. It's about the middle of its range. Oh, awesome. Okay, breakfast is done. We're still seeing it sell off. So, this short signal here on the NASDAQ would have sucked because I run a 20-point stop loss and I would have needed a 30-point not to get stopped out on that. But it would have worked. Now some people use the ATR as a stop, and I'm not going to run a 57-point stop loss. I refuse. So this has been hard to trade right here. I could have got in on the 5-minute short signal here and be down 18. We'll have 18 points in the profit. But everything's selling off, at least for now. Trying to see. The NQ is trying to get back down to its low. Although, it looks like it might be hitting a resistance area here, or support area, I should say. You can see this right here is kind of a support. It's kind of come down here and wicked down to this level 3 times now. Oh, wow, look at that. Wicked down to this level here, here, and now here. All at that 177 level. That was 176, that was 176.50, this was 177.25. So this is a very interesting area. We'll have to watch that. If it comes down again, we'll have to see if it can break that. Once it breaks that, the next level really isn't until here at 153, and then after that, it's at the low of the day, which was right there at 123. So we'll watch those points. Did see a bounce here, back up by 23 points. Huge 1-minute candles right now. Going down near 41 points, 19 points, 5, 7, 24, 10, 14, Doji, 24, 23. Gold bounced off its SMA again on the 1-minute, still trending downward. UltraBond trying to move up. Crude still coming down, not as dramatically as the indices. Oh, agriculture opened up now. That's interesting. They have really weird holiday hours. And the Russell, that would be an awesome signal to take there, wouldn't it? Yep, that would have got my 6 points. I missed that one. So far this morning, I've taken one good trade and one trade I totally messed up the management of, and one trade that just stopped me out. NASDAQ coming back down to that area we talked about here. It's trying to push back down, so this is interesting. If it can break, you can see it move down to 53.50. Yeah, Jay, I took a trade on copper, $100 win. Took a trade on MNQ, $20 loss, and then I took a trade on gold that I badly mismanaged and took a $130 loss on it. If I had stayed in and followed my trading plan, it would have went to profit. So here's MNQ sitting right here on this resistance line. It's trying to bounce again. I have an MNQ chart up by 1 micro. Yep, it broke. We're going to go in. I went in with the wrong parameters. Really wrong parameters for this time of day. Yeah, I got stopped out right away because I should have went in with a 20-point stop loss. I went in with a 10, but it bounced anyway. So another $20 loss there. It would have. I got in at 79. It would have stopped me. Oh my god, stopped me out anyway. So it did break that, but it still kind of bounced from that area. So that was, that's why I used the micro there. It's only 20 bucks. Big bounce off that same support area. It just went down a little further. Normally you want to wait till a candle closes below that area, and I didn't. Yeah, Jay, here's the gold trade I badly mismanaged. I got in here. I didn't notice, it was resting right on the band. And it was like 20 minutes before the open, and I usually don't even get into trades there. Broke the band, came back up. I got out about here after noticing the band break, thinking it was going to continue to go upwards. And then it just came down and went right to my profit target. So if I wouldn't have got out here, instead of taking a $130 loss, it would have been a $350 win. Just bad trade management there. So you see this is a huge 30 some point candle here. Of course, again, folks, remember today is Black Friday. Our trade is running their Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale until the end of the day on Tuesday. 50% off all evaluations. If you feel you're ready for an evaluation, this might be the time to go for it. That 50% is for the lifetime of your subscription. So if you need to take 2 months or 3 months, it'll be the same 50% off price each month until either your subscription, until you cancel your subscription or until you pass your evaluation. Link is down in the video description below. you're ready for a new vow, and you think that this might be a good time to put your toe in the water, won't find. I've never seen earn the trade do anything better than 50%. So this is your, one of the best deals you're going to get with them. UltraBond. Nasdaq trying to push down further now. Right. Nasdaq's trying to push down further. Yeah, it's coming back down. Oh, by the way, be careful, Jay, if you're using both TradingView and NinjaTrader. Um, I always use the continuous contract in front on TradingView, and today that's not matching up. NinjaTrader rolled copper and the UltraBond to its next contract, and TradingView hasn't. And I entered a trade on copper on a total different area than what was on a NinjaTrader, and I didn't even notice until I was already in the trade. It ended up working out. Just be careful. It sometimes will roll the contracts before NinjaTrader does. I mean before TradingView does. 5 minutes before 10 o'clock. Market really still is indecisive. Went up by, what did I say, 28. It's up by 80 points, down by almost 100, and now back up. It's a hard day to trade, and I'm not real keen in jumping into anything at this point, unless we find some more direction. Tesla did that huge move up at the open. I only follow Tesla. I don't have stock in Tesla. I mean, I wish I had stock in Tesla. That would be awesome. But I would follow it because it has such a huge effect on the Nasdaq and the S&P. So you can see it's kind of doing what those indices are doing, where it came up big at the open, hit a top here, and then fell. And now it's kind of trying to rebound. We have a buy signal here in the Nasdaq. 20 points. It's right below the SMA and the EMA line. I don't know. Honestly, this is if I blindly follow the signals, they would have worked the last two times. Bands are straight, horizontal. SMA lines. I don't know. We'll see. New candle formed. We'll see if I shouldn't have hesitated. Um, Back to your thought there, Jay, about support resistance for NT. I agree. I've played with a few on TradingView, and I've never found ones that are that great. But I gotta think there's some good add-ons out there. Just haven't found them yet, or they cost money. copper. So it's a buy signal, but broke that third band. Uh, that's not really a resistance point. That was an entry point. Broke the third band and kind of pulled back again. We can wait for it to if it comes back up and breaks this 432.05. It's at 431.50 now and pulling down. See, the SMA is heading upwards. Actually, I kind of like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Up, pull back. Gold. So there's a signal here. It's broken the SMA line. That said, the buy signals really haven't been great. I mean, this one's okay, although technically I really wouldn't have taken that one because it was below the SMA line. The last 5 buy signals on this strong downtrend have failed. So again, I'm hesitant on this one as well. If you're going to go against the trend, it's best to go for a scalp. 5, maybe 10 ticks. Which this has given us 9 ticks so far. Ooh, sorry about hitting the mic there, my finger. Gold pulling back again now. And that's NQ giving us a short signal. See, it's coming up on that resistance area again that got me before. So we're going to wait to see it break that resistance area cleanly, and then maybe we'll look for an entry. Give me 1 second. Copper now giving us an opposite signal. Getting close. Okay, so Nasdaq has again broke that resistance, but it's again still struggling. S&P heading downward. Another bounce here though after that break of the resistance or support, whatever. Now, if I jumped on this short signal here, I could have got 14 ticks out of that. Now I got the short signal on copper coming up again. Or trying. There we go. Didn't give me much time to grab a chart. How rude of it. Let's see here. Oh, it bounced again. We'll see if it goes back down. I'm not going to jump in on a green candle. Big green candle. Reversed by, well, I shouldn't say big. 7 ticks. So now what do we do? I'm glad you asked. We shall draw a line. This was our entry. We will put a alert on it. And if it comes back down, we'll get an alert and we'll enter. Or we'll evaluate before we enter. So let's look at this gold that I said I didn't want to jump in on. Indices have kind of, gotten below that resistance area and keeps bouncing up off and kind of sideways now. do want to welcome everyone for joining me on this Black Friday. Please feel free to say hello in the chat. Love to hear if you're trading, if you're thinking about trading, if you're sim trading, if you're just watching. Love to hear about your holiday, or if you spend any money on this Black Friday. So, this is how trading can sometimes be. We look at this 5-minute chart, and I don't usually look at the 5-minute chart, but this is where I drew out this support resistance. Finally broke this 177, and it's really quickly, that in just that quickly down to the second area of support I drew out at 155, which is from back here, this candle here back over 4 hours ago. So that's how quickly things can happen, especially at the NQ. Kind of grinds down. See, it struggled with this same level here. This is, I drew this out, showed you where it wicked down to it 3 different times. Popped back up, came back down, struggled, popped back up, came back down. Now it's at that second resistance. I'm in the U.S. It was all right. Not much going on. I watched the Macy's parade and I ate and I worked on some stream stuff to try and make the streams a little bit better. Watched some Christmas stuff on TV. That was about it. No complaints. How was your holiday? Well, are you in the U.S.? Shouldn't assume it was a holiday, I guess, for you until I know you if you're in the U.S. So you see here, it's kind of tickling this resistance or support area at 159. Cool. Did you have a good holiday, Walt? Yep. That's a good Thanksgiving tradition. Who's your favorite team, Walt? Cool. I'm an Eagles fan. I'm originally from Eastern Pennsylvania. NQ's broke that uh, resistance and then pulled back a little bit above it. Our support resistance, whatever. Jay, you're from Lancaster, Pennsylvania? Wow. Before moving out here to Illinois. I was in Reading. I was born in Easton and then lived in Berks County in Reading since the age of 15. Copper. I sometimes can even mimic the Pennsylvania Dutch accent. Got a "ot" in the night, nah. I bet sure you even know people with my last name, or have heard of my last name, which most people in the country don't even have never heard of my last name. So copper here is breaking this point that I pointed out earlier. We could re-enter at. So we're going to do that. Maybe foolish, maybe not. That line is right at 70. And that's exactly where we're at now. Ooh, I'm here just staring at it and it just went without me. Duh. It's kind of zoned out for a second. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay. So we'll wait on that. So now we'll watch and see if this laughs at me for not taking it. I would have gone in at 430.70. We're at 430.35, so it's 7 ticks so far. Let's see what the NQ and ES is doing. This is continuing to grind down well below that first resistance point. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when we get to, if it goes down to the daily low. You can see here the daily low is just touched. Back here at 4:30 Eastern. It wicked down. It was not even a big touch. And then quickly shot back up. So if it comes down again, if it breaks that, it could, we haven't been this low since, Wednesday. So not that long ago. I made that sound more dramatic. But you can see here, right here, the daily low here around 122 is exactly where it came down to on Tuesday before bouncing. And then here, it didn't get much below. It bounced on a wick all the way down to 102. So that would be their next real support area there. Hello, ADT, ADYTZZZ. I can't. I won't even. Addy. I'll call you Addy. There we go. Um, Natural gas. Ooh, yeah, natural gas dumped down after hit new high for the day and then dumped down big time. Both energies dumped down. Copper at a new low of the day. I just kind of like totally ignored them somehow. Are my alerts working for them? Let me look. Oh yeah, there's an alert. That was almost an hour ago. Wow. Yeah, I totally missed that. Yes, you're right, Jay. Uh, Lilu is. Remember, Lilu has the constantly trailing drawdown versus the end of the day drawdown on under trade, and the Aspire is the 25K account. I don't know what their max drawdown and their all that is. Yeah, this has been an awesome move here to catch on natural gas. From 53.72 down to 51.49. That's over $2,000 a contract in the last hour or so, less than an hour. copper. Kind of bouncing. So it would have ended up we're getting in here would not have been a good idea anyway. It bounces. And yeah, folks, as you can see, the Earn to Trades Black Friday sales are going on, but and of course, I personally think Earn to Trade is the best. But if you're looking for deals on any of the others, for some reason or another, because you don't think they're the best, check out Canadian Futures Traders YouTube. He has up to date information on all the various Black Friday sales from the various firms: Lilu, Apex, UProfit Trader. I have not seen anything from TopStep. There's the link for CFT. He's a good friend of mine. He's helped me out with this channel, pump things up. So give him a subscribe if you haven't. Give him some views. Bunch of signals firing right now. Copper trying to come back up. We were looking at support resistance here. So we see here on the looking on the 5-minute chart, this wick down on this last 5-minute candle, and now you're seeing it pop back up, hit a low of 116, and then it's already up. It's up to 162. This is a 50-point bounce as it was nearing the Globex lows of. Well, it actually went below Globex low, so it went below that former low of the day, made a new low of the day, and then bounced by 50 points. Basically, almost at the same area that it bounced a few hours ago. Pretty big bounce. Copper bounced to the SMA line and kind of grinding down there. Energies looks like crude still coming down. Looks like it's maybe a little bit bouncy there. I wish I hadn't missed these energy entries, because you can see here. I mean, this is just. I mean, honestly, this crude's been coming down almost the entire since open. It's down 7.5 points. It's $7,500 a contract. There's some people that got really rich on crude oil today by shorting if they just held all day. One thing about drawing out support and resistance lines is it starts making a chart look messy. All these lines here. We can get rid of this one though, because this one gets well below. This one, if it's bounced back above it, it's really probably not that big of an important line, but we'll keep it there for now. We can get rid of this one white line. That's just showing us the low of the day now. It's looking like it wants to push back down. Green candle here, but a long upper wick indicating selling pressure. I like to find one more good trade to get back to close to break even on the day. Uh, Gold has been sideways now for quite a while. Did have one big wick, one big candle up here that would have got. Yeah, I mean, I'll be out of this trade now. If I had been in it for a slight profit as it came back down, would have been enough to hit my trailing stop. UltraBond. Trying to figure out where I was in some of these. Oh, wow, look at this bond. Look what this did. Wow. From here to here is about 1.5 points, and now it's pulled back. This has been an excellent entry. This actually wouldn't have been that great of an entry because I think it would have stopped. It would have stopped me out here before going. Actually, it would have been better to wait until it totally broke this EMA line and then followed it up. Excuse me. The indices are trying to come back. NQ is now sending us that buy signal. Copper also sent us a signal. I'm not sure what it was. Nasdaq's pullback. We do have the downtrending Bollinger Bands. So I would be careful here of an entry, even if it is sending me a buy signal. So here's the buy signal, and it looks like maybe this would have been good. Why was I hesitant on it? And we'll see. It's coming down into the downtrending bands. Now, this candle that, ironically, the candle that the signal fire on, it's where the band straightened out. And you can see just a slight uptrend on the SMA now. We are seeing the pullback that I was thinking we were going to see. So right now, not a good signal, but if it goes back above this level, it could be. But right now, this is pulled back 15 points. We're about 10:30 on the East Coast. Probably stream for another 30 minutes or so, unless we get some exciting action. Remember, the markets closed today early at 1:15 Eastern Time, 12:15 Central. Kind of quiet right now. Ooh. So you can see that pulled back 30 points. So now we can draw another line. This is where the entry would have been off that buy signal. Ooh, and it's kind of racing up here. It just regained 19 points of that. So we'll watch to see if it breaks this line here, which is 73. It's at 70 now. Big strong move up here. Copper also giving us a signal here. Copper's kind of tight. Not hasn't really been doing much. We're gonna watch NQ. NQ pulling back again. Up a little, down a little, up a little, down a little. Okay, we're in here on the Nasdaq with two MNQ contracts. I meant I'll only do one. I'm not sure when it changed my order quantity to 2. Big pullback. Oh, ouchie pullback. There we go. Now it's getting some back up. Oh, guess you actually want to see this, don't you? There's the chart. I sometimes forget. So let's see. If it stops me out, it'll be a $60 loss. No, $40 loss. And no, I don't know what it'll be. 2 points a point. Be an $80 loss. Let's see what it does. Might have been a better idea to wait until it closed above that resistance. Yeah, but we'll see. Eh, yeah, it's hard to trade today. John, it's not easy. Mm, Everything has pullbacks, even if it does eventually go. It's going to stop me out. Eh, oh, came within a $2 of stopping me out and then pulled back. Nice. Yeah, it's been a struggle this morning. And I'm watching this as it's coming back down again. Yep. And then whipsaws back up. So I got to give it room, but you know, you can't give it too much room. Yep. Have a great weekend, John. I'll be on Monday night and then Tuesday morning. And end of the day, green's a great idea. Every green day is a good day. It's gonna come down and stop me out again. There you go. Stopped out. $80 loss. I'll help as much as I can. And if Jay's on, he's becoming pretty good with Ninja Trader. I'm sure he'll help as well. So stopped out on that trade. We're now down $191 on the day. Gave back about half of what I made on Wednesday. Yeah, Jay, I didn't realize there was a restream bot to do that. I found that by accident yesterday. So we're getting now the short signal on NQ, and I don't know. I'm kind of hesitant. We're heading down toward the low of the day again. Bounced there last time. Everything's kind of iffy right now. Sideways-ish, rangy, whatever the term is you want to use. Crude's continuing to make new lows. Of the day. Of course, not new lows over all-time lows. Be interesting sooner with negative ones. UltraBond trying to push upward. You know, you see on the screen my four favorites of the 8 that I consider trading, all in the 1-minute chart: the Nasdaq, gold, copper, and the UltraBond. Trying to see if there's any more signals. I have a feeling I'm going to end the day down, which is fine. Today was not a normal day. We are seeing the UltraBond climb up here back to that high we saw about 25 minutes ago. So yeah, very nice move up here in the UltraBond. Gold's trying to come back down, as is the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is holding around 140. Copper grinding upwards. You can see the UltraBond's now gotten back to that same level it was 20 minutes ago, or 30 minutes ago, somewhere around there. It broke it once and pushed back, so we'll see whether or not it can break that resistance. Look over here. This is very close to the high of the day, but not quite. High of the day was 198.30. We're at 198.23. Okay, guys, I think we're going to end the stream here today. I do want to thank everyone for joining me on this Black Friday. I'll be back Monday evening and Tuesday morning for some more live streaming. We ended up down on the day about 190 bucks. I'll watch to see if there's any more trades today, but probably start working here shortly, so won't be paying that much attention. Of course, again, remember, earn a trade Black Friday sales, 50% off until Tuesday for the lifetime of the subscription. But we'll call it there. I want you all to have a great weekend. If you're with family, enjoy family. If you're traveling home, be safe. See everyone Monday as we attempt to make December to remember. Well, I guess December doesn't start till Wednesday, but you get the point. Kind of the holiday season. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye.